Hi, I'm Rich with insideHPC. We're here at Intel in Hillsboro, Oregon. I'm here with Mike Bernhardt from the Exascale Report.
Yes,
so welcome, Mike.
Thanks, Rich.
I wanted to ask you, there's something very special coming up at SC13 this year that you're doing with the Intel folks in their booth, and it's called the Intel Parallel Universe Compute Challenge. What is that about?
The Parallel Universe Computing Challenge is something that was designed by the folks at Intel to help emphasize and educate around the importance of parallel computing and parallel programming. It's an important initiative in that it affects everybody in the HPC community. It's a great educational effort, but it's got a little bit of a twist in the way that it's been put together this year. That's going to be fun, it's going to be entertaining, as well as educational. Okay,
so something fun like a game show in the booth, in the Intel booth at SC13. Then.
Exactly. It's been put together as a game show, just like you might see on television these days, with the whole spin around parallel programming, basically the parallel universe.
Okay, so let's drill down into that mission about the importance of parallel programming. Well, why was that Intel's whole thrust this year, and what did you do to kind of bring that out?
Well, the emphasis on parallel programming becomes more and more important every year with multi-core, many-core, and so forth. So as the environments get more and more complicated, the ways that we get performance improvements, parallel is key. So we started talking about the concept of the parallel universe, which is nothing new to the folks at Intel as well. And it just kind of started to fall into place that there's so many elements, from the computers and the hardware to the programming to the software, the applications, but the legacy, the history that goes into it of people coming up through the ranks and learning about parallel programming. And we decided to tie that in with the 25th anniversary of the SC conference and fold in some information about that as well. And as we studied this, we realized that there's a couple things that are very popular, trending in terms of, let's say, game show participation at major events. And one part of that right now is trivia.
Trivia, okay.
So the game show, if you will, has been put together so that the first part of it is a trivia challenge. And that trivia challenge incorporates many aspects of the parallel universe. So there's SC conference history, there's milestones from technical computing, there's important information about parallel programming, and there's some technical trivia questions around MPI and parallel programming as well.
Okay, so who's participating? I mean, people don't just walk up and do this, right? You have some set teams. Is it like a tournament?
Yeah, so it's organized as an 8-team single elimination tournament. There are some organizations that have kind of stepped up in our initial discussions of kind of feeling this out, seeing if it seemed like a good idea, jumped right on this and said, yeah, we want to participate, this is great. I think everyone that we've talked to about this believes that it's good in many ways. It's going to be fun and entertaining, and that's kind of cool. It kind of cuts the grain from some very important and very needed technical presentations. Kind of makes it a little bit more lighthearted and picks things up that way. But the educational aspect of it is important as well. I think the next generation of folks coming into HPC, they have to understand and appreciate the rich legacy that exists here, not just from the conference side, but from parallel programming itself.
Well, I know you can't talk about the roster, Mike, but these are not lightweights participating that I saw there. These are some of the heavyweight people in the labs. You're going to have some serious competition. It's going to be one-on-one elimination, and then
you get one shot and you're out.
Okay.
8-team single elimination tournament, just like if you saw in a college sports bracket. I can mention some of the names because they do have their permission at this point. So, two of the teams that are really stepping up their games and really want to be in this to win it, Argonne National Labs is fielding a team called the Argonauts. And they're pretty serious about it, but not to be outdone, Lawrence Livermore National Lab is fielding a team, and they're known as the von Neumann Bottlenecks.
Okay. All right. So is there a chance for audience participation? I mean, you've got these people doing it.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
How does that work?
So let me tell you how the game show folds out.
All right.
So we're going to have this wonderful stage set up, and there's some very large screens so that the audience can follow what's going on. The first round, trivia, limited to 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's going to be fast-paced. Every time a question pops up on the screen, you've got the two teams that are competing standing at these kiosks.
Okay. Yeah.
4 people. We're teaching them about collaboration. They're huddled over a monitor, and they have to make a group decision as to which answer they want to choose. Right? We go through that for 10 minutes, and they're scoring points based on how quickly they make a correct response. Go through that. That's part 1 or round 1. Round 2 is a coding challenge in which each team gets a mystery folder, if you will. They open up that folder and there's a code inside. This code has been deconstructed from a parallel optimized version. They have to take a look at that and come up with ideas on what they might do to implement some parallel programming techniques in there to optimize it, to speed up the code. And the system's been designed so well, it's going to track every change they make. It's going to track every time they do a make or compile, if you will, and what kind of performance improvement they got. And the team with the best overall performance improvement to that code at the end of 10 minutes will win. They'll get points, and then we combine the points of the 2 rounds, trivia and code challenge. Now, during that second part, the audience members can watch up on the screen. They're going to see the code that the people are actually working on. We're going to have a camera trained on their faces. They're going to see the sweat on their brows. They're going to see them working and stressing, trying to figure out what to do with that code. And I'm going to be wandering through the audience, asking for opinions, seeing if people want to shout out suggestions to the teams.
Okay.
And I might even throw in a few trivia questions to the audience members and give out prizes based on trivia questions.
Okay, well, maybe, can we try that? Because I'd like to see what kind of trivia questions.
What kind of
these
trivia
gonna
questions?
Be like, you know?
Yeah, so Rich, let me give you an idea in terms of the trivia questions. There's a whole range, right?
Okay.
So some are going to be technical.
All right.
Some are going to be conference history. Some will be supercomputing milestones.
Okay.
For example, who were the designers? Oh, every one of these trivia questions has 4 possible. It's
Okay.
a 4 multiple choices. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who were the designers of the first Beowulf system? Seymour Cray and Gordon Moore, Richard Bart and James Simpson, Thomas Sterling and Don Becker, John Pascal and Grace Hopper.
I'm going to say C, Thomas Sterling and Don Becker.
Ding, ding, you're right.
Okay. So
You
that
scored on that one. That was pretty good.
So yeah.
How about this?
All right. So you got to get tougher than that.
Let's try another one. The paper, quote, Reevaluating Amdahl's Law, was written by A, Sterling and Becker, B, Gene Amdahl, C, Brian Kernighan and Dennis Ritchie, K&R, D, John Gustafson.
John Gustafson.
So you're a ringer. I think that we probably should put you on one of the teams.
All right. Well, give me they got to get a programming questions.
Okay, how about this?
That'll be my tough.
A mutex is used for A, genetic mutation index tables, B, typesetting latex formulas, C, coordinating access to shared data, D, very small computations.
I'm going to say C. Yeah, C.
So obviously, Rich, you're well trained in the field of parallel programming.
And I wasn't fed those ahead of time, folks. Well, this sounds like great fun. So,
Yeah.
Mike, when does it start at the SC show floor?
So it kicks off Monday evening at 8 p.m. from the Intel booth.
Okay.
We're going to have the first 2 teams up there squaring off. As again, single elimination tournament, so
Yeah.
one team's going to move on to competition, one's going to be eliminated that first night.
Okay.
It runs twice on Tuesday, twice on Wednesday, and twice on Thursday. The final round is at 2 p.m. on Thursday,
Okay.
where the final 2 teams will go head-to-head for the opportunity to win the grand prize, which is a $25,000 donation that will be made to a charitable organization.
Oh, that's terrific. Well, this sounds like great fun and sounds like it's a great cause as well. So.
It's a great cause. I think it's a wonderful opportunity to express kind of what HPC really is all about. HPC is about benefiting society. So rather than having some type of a prize that's self-serving, it's a giveaway that's really a giveaway. It's a benefiting, to the world at large. I think it's really great. I'm really honored to be a part of it.
Well, congratulations, Mike.
Thanks,
This looks good.